Welcome to the White House. Now, I have to tell you that these guys were out here practicing a little earlier. So before we get started, I just need to make sure that we're all set, that they were paying attention. So let me just say, Omaha! Omaha! 44's Mike. Beggs, Montana. I don't know, it doesn't seem to work as well for me. Let's give it up for the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos. Yeah. We have some big Broncos fans in the house, including Mayor Hancock from the great city of Denver, outstanding members of Congress, the delegation. I want to recognize Broncos CEO Joe Ellis, a couple of your former quarterbacks, GM John Elway, Coach Gary Kubiak, and let's give a big round of applause to Mrs. Annabelle Bolin. As many of you know, Annabelle is here on behalf of the Bolin family and her husband, Pat, the longtime Broncos owner who's inspiring all of us with his courageous fight against Alzheimer's. And it's only fitting that when they won the Super Bowl in February, John declared from the podium, this one is for Pat. And we were backstage talking, the record that Pat was able to put together, going to more Super Bowls than losing seasons, that's pretty remarkable. You're not going to see that duplicated in many places. That's a testimony to what an extraordinary owner he has been and continues to be. Pat and Annabelle have led this organization for 32 successful years. That rivals just about any other franchise in football. In that time, the Broncos have, as I said earlier, gone time and time again to the Super Bowl, and last year was a high water mark with a third Super Bowl trophy and a dominating win over Carolina. That doesn't mean it was always pretty or ever pretty. Coaches acknowledge this is a gritty, hard-nosed group of grinders. Last season, the Broncos won an NFL record 11 games by a touchdown or less. And you don't do that without one of the greatest defenses of all time. Now, I'm a Bears fan. 1985 was pretty good. Elway remembers. But I got to admit, this one was pretty good too. It all starts with Super Bowl MVP Von Miller, who terrorized opponents from the edge all season long. In the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship game, he had 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, an interception. Not bad for a guy who prides himself on his collection of eyeglasses and claims to have been a geek all his life. We also saw him on Dancing with the Stars. I think he's wearing his dance shoes today. Where were they? They were shiny and impressive.